Hey everyone, it's Brett Hornby here, and welcome back to my YouTube channel, and welcome back to another Calgary Stampeders game day post for week 14. As you can see, my surroundings are a little different because I'm actually on the road. All checked in my hotel room in Edmonton. I am back in the same Comfort Inn downtown. Nice place that's right downtown, block away from Jasper Avenue, and of course I took the Red Arrow bus to get myself here, so it's a stone's throw away literally from the Red Arrow bus stop, and history's any indication. Well, there's no point playing the game tomorrow. We're going to win, right? Well, in all seriousness, but the odds in the past that we won, but for week 14 between the Calgary Stampeders and the Edmonton Elks for the Labour Day Rematch, this is definitely an opportunity, I'm going to say, for the Calgary Stampeders, not only to cement their pride on the Battle of Alberta and sweep the Edmonton Elks for the season series as 4 times. And I'm going to admit, I love the Battle of Alberta and all that, but I'm going to say with the schedule, I'm a little elked out. But with the Stampeders sitting at 7-4, third in the West Division, depending on how things play out this weekend, including the BC Lions and the Montreal Alouettes playing tonight in Montreal. This could also be a chance for the Calgary Stampeders to still keep hopes of hosting a home playoff date alive, likely the West semifinals. But the Edmonton Elks, they are 3-9. I'm going to say if the Calgary Stampeders do indeed beat the Edmonton Elks tomorrow and sweep the season series, that is really going to bury them likely for the playoff race. And I think I could feel a province immediately east of us is probably cheering for the Calgary Stampeders as well, with the Saskatchewan Roughriders and the Winnipeg Blue Bombers. But that's all the things that set up for week 14, that this is definitely a game that could potentially put the Edmonton Elks away in the standings and still keep Calgary jockeying for playoff position. But once again, for the Calgary Stampeders side of the ball, for the third straight game, Jake Meir will be starting at quarterback. Could this be we're really going to be going on the Jake Meir bandwagon for the rest of the year? I mean, they didn't look too spectacular, at least in the first half in Monday on the Labour Day rematch, but how he looked in the third quarter, that's the Jake Meir that we know that could potentially be the future for the Calgary Stampeders. I also do see that there's a couple of injuries that the Calgary Stampeders have had to deal with. I mean, the offensive line's gotten healthier, but once again, Kamar Jordan, he's had some bad luck with injuries. He's on the 6th game, so new receiver, forgot his name, but will be drawn into the lineup. He's making his first game. The name will probably come on maybe in the game recap. He'll have a big game, but also the long snapper, Aaron Crawford. But the Calgary Stampeders, I think if they can do what they did in the third quarter in the Labor Day Classic on Monday, they should be able to take care of things with the Edmonton Elks. In Edmonton, I'll do the best I can to encourage them, obviously, in my red. And the fact that the Edmonton Elks, it's been, over 1,030 days that they've actually literally won a game at Commonwealth Stadium. You have to go back to November 2019. I mean, we didn't have a season in 2020, and the Elks did not win a home game last season and still haven't this season. So, of course, hopefully the streak continues. I'll make sure I'll stock up on some Windex and some brooms, as I'm hoping we can keep that streak continuing, as well as sweeping the Edmonton Elks. But I still say 4 times might be a little much. It gave me a couple football trips, as I was up in Edmonton back in July, and I did really relish that beatdown of 43 points. I think it'll likely be a little closer than that, but 42 points would technically still be closer. However, the weather is looking a lot better, where there won't be any lightning where I have to hang around in the Commonwealth Stadium concourse for an hour. But that's pretty much all I have for the Calgary Stampeders Edmonton Elks game day video post for the Labour Day Rematch. Back on the road again for another football trip. Do just a little more sightseeing. It's a 2-night stay for me this time, and take it to some activities, and gotta keep my civic pride as a Calgary fan. At least so far on the gridiron, the Calgary Stampeders have made me feel a little better on how we've played with Edmonton. But when fall rolls around, hopefully the Calgary Hitmen and the Calgary Flames will turn matters, as the Edmonton Oil Kings, I've had the Hitman number, and at the last game I was at, they were celebrating the Edmonton Oil Kings being the WHL champions, and then of course the Battle of Alberta in the playoff series with the Flames and Oilers. So the Stampeders at least have stood up to their side of the bargain, making me feel a little better. But we'll see how things go tomorrow. Just hopefully it won't be anything too crazy weather-wise or anything on the field. But Chris Jones, if he's desperate as a coach, I am a little nervous. But it is what it is. But I'm going to say the Elks are going to be playing for their playoff lives. Any little hope that they have. Well, the Calgary Stampeders, depending on how things play out this week for Week 14, they still have a chance to jockey for playoff position, where maybe we could have second place still on the line. And then, oh yeah, speaking of those BC Lions, that's who we happen to play next week back at home. So, anyways, I'll close out to say, if you want to follow along with this Calgary sports fans' journey, home of the Flames, Hitmen, Roughnecks, Stampeders, as well as the Calgary SC, just make sure you hit like, subscribe, as I mostly do talk Calgary sports on my YouTube channel. Recap game stories. I do have a variety of non-sports content, which being on the road for this weekend, there'll be more moments at the football game, and might check out the Neon Sign Museum nearby, see if there's anything different this year after the Lions and Alouettes game when the sun goes down. But fellow, sounds like it'd be interesting to watch. To follow along with this Calgary sports fans journey, you do just make sure you hit like, subscribe. Also, my other social media links down in the description below, and I have my second channel, Brett Hornby Shorts, where I exclusively put my short form content on there. Maybe I grinned again about being back in Edmonton, and I'll do a quick post game on what happens tomorrow at the Labour Day rematch with the Calgary Stampeders and the Edmonton Elks. As long as I say, go Stamps, go. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.